lengua is el español. All right? El español, so make sure we've got that. El español. So hopefully you know that that's Spanish. El español. No, the next one is inglés, which is English. El inglés. El inglés, English. Now, to you, does that look like it should be English?
Yeah, it does.
No, sort of.
It does actually, like English, English.
I just wrote English with English.
Okay, let me show you something.
Oh.
The only thing that's happening here, you are changing the E and the I,
And no
dropping the
H.
H. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it actually is very similar. Okay? You're just changing those around. And they don't have the H. All right, so now maybe that helps you out a little bit. Okay, el inglés. Next we have el francés. El francés is
French.
French. El francés, French. And those are the only languages that we're going to talk about. Huh? That was quick. That was quick. All right. El francés. Okay, the next category, we're going to talk about la ciencia. La ciencia?
Science.
La ciencia. Science. And one ciencia that you can study is la biología. What do you think that is?
Biology.
Okay. Biología. Biología, biology. Another one, la química.
Chemistry.
La química is, La química, chemistry. Now I feel like biology, that looks like biología, right? Looks like each other. Química though, if you were to just look at that on a page, not knowing, like not having much context to go from, you probably wouldn't know what it is unless you sounded it out.
Yeah.
Because once you sound it out, química sounds like chemistry. So what I want to encourage you guys to do on your tests or on your quizzes, whenever you come to something like that and you're like, what is that? I don't know. That looks like a funky word. We had this earlier this year. Do you remember when we were doing cognates?
Yeah.
What was the word that messed you guys up? Do you remember?
Canoe.
Esquí. Remember? Because it was like this. And you were like, what's that? And I said, sound it out. And once you sounded it out, esquí, ski. Oh, ski. Okay, that's what it is. Same thing with química. It sounds like what it is. It doesn't look like what it is, but it sounds like. So I'm encouraging you to do that on the test, but obviously you're going to want to use a lower voice. You're not going to be like, química. No. Oh, chemistry. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, next one, física. La física would be?
Physical education.
We're still in science.
Physics.
Physics, okay? La física. We'll get to that, we'll get to that.
Gym is the
Someone's just
best
asking.
science.
All right. La física, physics. Next we have las matemáticas. We already know that that is my favorite. Math. Las matemáticas is math. And one form of matemáticas is el algebra. Algebra. In fact, algebra is spelled exactly the same in English and Spanish, except one little thing. El acento. We don't have accents. Otherwise, we might get fancy and throw an accent on there, right? We'd be like, that's right, we want our algebra to be fancy. Okay, el álgebra. And it sounds different. Next, we have el cálculo.
Calculus.
Calculus.
Calculator.
Cálculo. El cálculo, calculus.
Algebra ends with an A, but it's still masculine.
It is, so it's a fuller one. Good catch. Yep. It ends in an A, but it's still masculine. Okay? El cálculo is next. Next, la geometría.
Geometry.
Uh-huh. So la geometría. Salud. industria. Those are all of our matemáticas. Okay, so now after matemáticas, we're going to talk about los estudios sociales.
Social studies.
You guys are good. All right. Los estudios, yes, muy inteligentes. Los estudios sociales. All right, los estudios sociales. We're going to talk about a few of those.
Wait, there are different social studies?
Sí. History. La historia. All right, so that's our first one. La historia. That looks like what it is. La historia. And then also la geografía.
Geography.
Geography. La geografía. No. Don't ever have the PH, sorry. Started writing in English. Geografía. Geografía. And we'll actually just have those trace in that one. Teresa,
What was the last one? Oh, what was that
what's it
one
look
again?
like?
Geometry?
Yep. Geometry.
You should have humanities to your social studies.
Well, we're not gonna get that complicated. Okay, next we're gonna talk about los artes, which we're just gonna say el arte. El arte, we've had that before. What is it?
Art.
El arte. So el arte, make sure that's on your lista. So along with the arts, we have la música.
Music.
La música. And specifically, la banda.
Yay.
No.
What is banda?
What about orchestra?
I know, we should add that.
Nope.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes. Yes.
You're like,
Power
we're giving us
orchestra.
more work. I'll just put it up here so you know it.
No.
La orquesta.
Yes.
Okay? Just so you know it. La orquesta.
The band got voted today by our awesome
Oh
friend.
yeah, the chairs.
Okay, next we're going to kind of have a mix of different words, different cursos. The first one, it's a long one, but I think you guys will get it. La educación física. Physical education, okay? So let's just go ahead, let's put it down here. La educación física. Okay? And then another one that you probably will be able to recognize, la literatura.
Literature.
Literature, okay? La litura. Oh, I need to look at my notes. Literatura. Sometimes things look funky when you're writing on a board. Literatura, literature, okay? Literatura. After that one, am I going too fast?
Wait, there are more?
There's a few more.
There's more.
You guys are in middle school, but these are all classes that there's going to be this many at the high school in Moss.
Is there
Okay?
shop class?
Yes.
They have shop class. They have all kinds of
I have
different.
to say, I
already
They have
seen
health
one of those.
and they have like.
Okay. We only have escuchan. We only have about 5 más, maybe 6. Okay. La literatura. Next is la computación. What do you think la computación?
Computation.
Computers. Obviously computation.
Yes, it does mean computation, but computers. Computer science is what it is.
Oh.
In fact, you could say la ciencia de computación. That would probably be the most proper way to say computer science. Okay, next, la economía. Economics. Okay. La economía. Economics. Next, la administración
Administration.
de empresas. La administración. We'll figure this out together. I'll show
The
it to you.
principal?
La administración
I saw it on the
de
board.
empresas.
I saw it on the board when you walked in.
All right, so don't participate. we already know this is administration. What is it, what class do you usually take that is something administration? Okay, let me give you another clue. Empresas are like some of your padres, maybe they work in the area of empresas.
Oh, a bank?
That would be part of,
Money?
I'll just give it to you, business administration.
Oh.
All right.
I was confused.
I was gonna say, maybe I should do charades.
I was like,
or
my
something.
dad
Okay,
works in
so,
architecture.
business administration.
Yeah, we should do charades and whatever team gets it right gets it.
Oh yes.
Business administration. Okay, and then I've got two of these that I'm leaving to the end because they're the funky ones. They are the ones that don't look like what they are. Obviously, I left this one to the end because this part doesn't look like what it is. You're like, what's that empresa stuff? I don't know. Shoot, that's not a cognate. Okay, so the next one you've actually heard me say a lot. You've heard me say salud.
Yeah.
When do I say salud?
Goodbye.
Yes, it's bless you, like when someone sneezes.
Yeah,
Now,
when Rylan was
in English, we say bless you or God bless you. That's like how we respond to someone sneezing. In Spanish, they are literally saying health. They are wishing you good health.
Wow.
So what do you think the class of La Salud is?
Health
Health
class.
class. Muy bien. La Salud is health.
That's a little odd.
It is a little odd,
So
but
what if
that's
you're
what it
in
is.
health
wish you
class
could
and
help.
say
Okay.
salute?
Okay?
What if you're in health class and saying salute?
Then you're
You're just saying
being
health a
very
whole bunch of
polite.
times.
Okay, next, and I'll explain this one, but here's the word. El periodismo. El periodismo.
Your class period?
Go ahead and write it down, and then we'll talk about it. El periodismo. Hold on a second.
Is it a free period?
Oh yeah, that's awesome, like a recess.
Nope, it's not free
I love
period.
free period.
Okay, you guys are honing in on the root, though, that I want you to see. Do you guys know what a periodical is?
Yeah.
order.
Like a newspaper.
Okay, like a newspaper.
Oh,
A newspaper is a periodical. What's another example of a periodical?
Journalism.
That's right, journalism. Okay? So periodismo is journalism. Periodismo, it's going back to the idea of creating periodicals. Okay? So that's our lista. Now, let me show you a few things that are going to be helpful. Okay?
You.
Well, probably just dos. Okay, so officially speaking, not a few. All right, so the first thing I want to show you is that the words ending in
Yeah.
I apostrophe A, like ia, okay? Each of those, did I get them all? Okay.
Victoria.
Are actually cognates. This is not one that we talked about whenever we were talking about our cognados, but I want you to write down that I/A in Spanish is the same as what? What does it look like?
The Y.
Y, okay? It's the same as Y.
Oh.
So I/A, if a word ends in I/A, it's the same as us having it end in Y.
Y means end.
And if it ends in Y for us, you can transfer almost always, not always, to an I/A. One example would be family in English is familia. Okay? So make sure you write down this cognate rule. Now the other thing I want to tell you about also has to do with cognates. And that is that CION, which we already know, is the same as what in English?
THON.
TION. But what I haven't pointed out,
Invention.
and let me see if you guys can catch it, all right? So we've got one here, we've
Education.
got one here.
Administration.
What happens here?
Oh, the ones that
There are the
It's feminine.
female.
Even though it doesn't end in an A, it's feminine, okay? So write that down.
Girl
So
power.
they're gonna be feminine. All right? So any of those words that end in sion is gonna be femenina.
Feminine.
Yes. Okay.